It's just
Okay. We'll just power through it.
this usually runs slow when these things start, and it's just What is up, everyone? Welcome
guys.
to the Geeks of the Roundtable. My name is, of course, I'm Nala. I have my with me. Okay, I think I lost you.
No, I'm here.
Starting off very
I can only hear
smoothly.
you.
I see.
Yes.
Zach, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Okay.
Right. And of course, we have a guest today, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Welcome from the Silverscreen Analysis. How are you doing, man? Okay, I think this is not going well right now. At him. He's in.
I'm in. If you guys can hear me. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be on the Geeks of the Roundtable.
Oh, man, this is going so bad right now. Jesus, the stream.
Ren, are you here?
Man, happy to have you. Like the last time I tried to get you on, like almost a month ago or something like that was.
Yeah, we weren't able to make the scheduling work, but we got it. I'm excited to talk movies with you guys. Hopefully you guys have been doing good during these times. Hopefully you guys are safe and healthy, and everybody in your life is as well, you know.
I agree. It's been a weird time, but we've been surviving.
Yeah, it's like we were just talking about it. It's like I miss the days of going to the movies and complaining about people being rude
doing good
while
over
watching
here.
a movie.
I have.
Ren, are you alive? Ren, if you want to, what we could do is you could
this next week. Actually, I'm probably going to see. What?
Oh, I was trying to tell you, if you wanted to, what you could do.
Oh shit! I'm
is
really
just leave it. Yeah, I was gonna say if you could just do us two, me and Anthony for right now. That way you can go reset your thing.
Oh, I stopped listening to you. Yeah.
Does that work for you? Because the stream will keep going as long as we're in it.
Okay, I'm going to you guys then. I apologize.
Okay, there you go, Anthony. I guess it's just you and me, my friend, for right now.
Me and you, buddy. We can do it.
So we are surviving. Ren has been attacked by Thanos or something, or all of his toys in his room, and we will get through this. So, Anthony, anything new coming up for you? Like any movies that you're about to see or about to talk to? Let the audience know.
Yeah, I really am interested in Possessor. I think I saw you put a review up of that on your channel.
Yeah.
That movie looks absolutely nuts, and that's something that I think I really want to watch right now. It's just, lots of little movies coming in here and there. I haven't really been paying too much attention to when movies are going to come out and following the release dates, because right now everything's up in the air. So I kind of just been plugging away at the other side of things on the smaller screen, and there's lots of little fun movies out there. There's this Bigfoot inspired, it's a small budget movie called Monstrous that I think looks pretty good. I mean, I grew up in the Pacific Northwest, so Bigfoot and Sasquatch is always a fun little option for a horror movie. But other than that, just, plugging away, watching some streaming and all that stuff, catching up on old movies. How about you?
It's pretty much been the same way, dude. Like I just kind of went back to work in May, I think now. And it's just been weird, like all the different things that we've had to do. Hey, Ren's back.
I'm back. All right.
And it's working.
Sorry, everyone.
Ren is alive. We were just catching up on everything going on. So we can kind of get into the movie news now. But Ren, other than this, how is it in Portugal? Is he frozen again?
Over here, I was just talking with Anthony before we started the show. I'm here.
You're frozen again. You're frozen again. No. You're frozen again.
Did I freeze again? No, I'm here.
Yeah, you're like Captain America. You froze in the ice, and you're stuck in dial-up.
With for fuck's sake.
It's all right. It's Friday, guys.
It's a Friday. It's early in the morning here. It's late in the afternoon for Ren. That's how it works. and we're gonna power through this show somehow.
Yeah, we'll get it. It's entertainment in itself.
I don't know what to do. Seriously. Hang on. One last time.
Anthony, otherwise than that,
It's Anthony. I think Anthony is the one to blame.
I bugged it.
Yeah,
I infected everything with my San Diego Wi-Fi.
If anything, Ren, do you want me and Anthony to start on the movie news? Now you're all staticky, my friend. Are you alive? Hello?
It's a nice pose right there.
Ren, hello?
I think I'm back.
No.
Nope.
No. You're still, now you're like staticky.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. I guess we're just gonna start on the news, Anthony.
Yeah,
I
let's
guess
see
we'll start on
man.
the news.
Moving, but then I freeze immediately.
I don't know. Now you just sound like a robot.
Yes. Hello.
Yeah, now you sound like a robot, my friend. Technical difficulties. You know how that works.
Oh yeah, that's right. Everybody gets to take the journey with us.
So let's see. We'll start on the movie news. So Anthony, everything's getting pushed back, of course, and industry analysts say Tenet might move again. Do you think this is true? Do you think Tenet's going to move again? I think it is, sadly.
Absolutely, it's going to move again. Tenet's a massive movie. It's a $200 million movie. It's a Christopher Nolan movie.
It needs $800 million to make its budget back.
And, movies like, the new James Bond movie, Top Gun, Fast 9, they've all moved large gaps. This one feels a little bit like it's trying too hard, and I understand that, but it's not really the time right now that you're going to get that audience. I mean, options are limited. HBO seems to kind of be on the side of being, okay, we can push it further down the calendar. Nolan really wants to stick to that. And it's just doesn't feel like an ideal spot for it right now to get that $800 million.
Well, and I'll be honest with you. So I think the reason that the reason that these movies are getting pushed back is not because of the virus. They're not looking at the virus. They're looking at the fact that there's no movie theaters open anywhere. Like there's maybe like 500 open in the United States right now. And I think that's something that a lot of people need to look at more. Warner Brothers would definitely release their movies right now. I'm sure Disney would. I'm sure any other studio would, as long as the movie theaters are open. Because I'll be honest, working in retail, this is not, people are still shopping. Like tons of people are still shopping. They want stuff to do. You opening up a movie theater, that's not going to stop people from going to the theater. I think people think that there will be people who live in fear. Definitely. There will be people who just don't want to go. And, I understand that. But at a certain extent, every movie theater was open in the United States next week, Tenet would be coming out. It's just that's what it is. But the fact is that they don't know when things are going to open back up. They have no idea, and it's a weird feeling. And after Halloween moved, though, that's when I said I actually deeply think that we will not get a single new movie this year, at least in theaters wise. I just think it's a weird year. I'm going to be shocked if even TIFF still happens. I know they're still trying to it's not going to happen. I mean, if Telluride canceled, TIFF is probably next. I'd even be shocked if Sundance happens in January.
Yeah. I mean, I completely agree with that. And the thing with it is even if theaters were open in full capacity, it's a lot of theater showings to equate to what Tenet needs to make that money. Yeah. So if you're opening theaters at half capacity, personally, I think if he is so just intent on getting this movie out this summer, I think it would be the option would be basically to do a multi-platform release and just have it in the theaters, in the drive-ins, and $20 on VOD. That
Mhm.
way, if people want to go to the movies, they can go to the movies. You can fill theaters at half capacity. You can put basically it
Yep.
on every screen for at least a week and get your money that way. There's a lot of
Mhm.
people, you give the viewer options
And
because it's hard to really.
that is smart, and I think that's something that I'm curious if a studio starts playing with, like Universal, with everything they've been doing this last year, and jumping into Tenet. Now, I don't think Christopher Nolan will never let it go home. It'll never be allowed
Yeah.
to go home. I mean, that's just him. But who's to say the next James Bond? You know, if in November movie theaters are kind of open, but not every single place is open, but a majority, I would say every state has at least a couple movie theaters open. So you have that possibility of people going, but you also have, hey, let's try this option. You can, after the first week of release, you can watch it at home. $20,
Right.
$25, whatever. And people get mad about the $20, $25, but guys, it's like if you're watching it one other person, you just split the cost. I mean, I've
Yeah.
never gotten mad over 20, $25. If you really want to watch something. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit extreme, but if you go to the movies, you're probably gonna get popcorn, you're probably gonna get this. You're gonna end up spending like $40 anyway. So
Yeah.
you're pretty much saving money regardless of just sitting in your comfort of your own home. So it's interesting how the next couple of weeks are definitely going to play out. Because I know in Arizona for the next, I think now it's like 15, 16 days, all movie theaters are closed, gyms are
Same here.
closed, bars are closed. And I think that's like almost everywhere. I
Right.
mean, there's a drive-in open, but you
Yeah.
know, that can only do so much. So this is definitely an interesting time we live in, man. So other than Tenet, what do you think is going to happen with Mulan? Does it just go to Disney Plus? Do they push it back again?
It's hard to say. It's hard to say like what, I haven't really seen any numbers on what Disney really, how many added viewership, added subscribers when they released like Artemis Fowl or
Mhm.
Hamilton.
I do know they
Y-
went 75% up when Hamilton came out.
So, I mean, Disney's got money to burn. So, I mean, if they were
Yeah.
to release it, they just wouldn't make as much money as they wanted to. And it's tough. Like I said, with people right now, everybody's going to have their own plan of attack for how they maneuver through safety. If
Mhm.
you want to appeal to the biggest audience, it's multiple platforms at one time. It's just tough because summer movies aren't really the easiest ones to do that with because, I mean, of course, Christopher Nolan's movie is going to be best seen on the big screen. Mulan would probably be best seen on the big screen, but sometimes the studios are so dependent on theater money and ticket sales that it really limits their options. And right now it's like, do you want to take the mulligan? And it's like, okay, this is going to be an off year for us, let's just put out our movies, make what we can off of them. But it's
Mhm.
studios often live paycheck to paycheck too.
Yeah, and that's the thing that people don't look at, and it's tough because, yeah, of course, we would love for them to just drop it on Disney Plus, and maybe that turns out to be the option that they do. You know, they haven't had that big film, and really, truly, none of these studios have dropped that big film yet. You know, I'm waiting for
Right.
someone to be like, "Hey, we're dropping." Mulan, we're dropping Tenet won't do it, but we're dropping James Bond. Once I see a studio do that, I'm like, all right, because Trolls, Scoob, I don't really count those. Those are kid
No.
films. They're gonna make its
Yeah.
money back anyways on VOD.
Yeah.
King of Staten Island, Universal didn't come out with anything about that film, so I'm assuming it did okay, but not what they
Hmm.
wanted to. And I think that was kind of the film showing. Will people show up? I have a feeling that movie literally didn't even make $1 million. I wouldn't even be
I
shocked
agree
if
with
it
that.
didn't. Because it is $20, and you really want to spend $20 on that film. I would have
Right.
because I'm a fan of them, but I think the mass variety don't. So
And it
it's
was a great
interesting.
movie.
Yeah, I really liked it. I'm a little bit abrupt,
And
but
that's where it's like $20 is kind of a firm price to go across the board. I think it could range from 10 to 15 to 20
mhm.
depending on it, but it's all about dollars and cents, and really they don't know what to do right now. It's unprecedented
No,
times, so they're kind of
yeah,
just like going by the hip with it.
yeah, and it's interesting because obviously AMC's had this whole issue with Universal.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm sure other studios are like, well, we don't want to get involved with that. So do we not release it? Do we do it? It's a very fascinating time. I do find it funny
Hmm.
though that Scoob was released and like there was no people mad about it at all. Like, none of the studios. And like even adding on like the Scoob or the SpongeBob movie was also supposed to come out this year. But now they said they
Right.
pushed back to next year for VOD. And I said, wouldn't it be smarter to why next year? I mean, I
Right.
like everyone's doing it this year. I mean, next year, if
Right.
theaters are back open, I'm not going to sit at home to watch a SpongeBob movie. You know, I'm gonna want to
Right.
see it in the theaters if I'm going to go see it. So it's something, man, and we are truly
there's
going
only
through
a-
a weird.
Right, because it's like the people right now that are spending $20 on a VOD movie are spending it. There's a large percentage of those people that are doing it just because it's right now.
Yeah,
Next year, nobody's going to want to do that. You never know. If we're back to like a new normal and things are kind of up and moving again, you know, that $20 market for a movie like that is going to be like, no, we're not really in that time anymore. You know.
yeah. I totally agree with you, man. I really do. And so with that said, let's kind of jump into the next thing. Speaking on the HBO Max, Warner Brothers, the Batman movie. Are you excited for this with Robert Pattinson?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. See, it's my most
Absolutely. I
anticipated
can't wait
film for
for
the
it.
next. It's my most anticipated film for the next 2-3 years. Like I don't if I could only see one film truly for the next 2-3 years, it would be this Batman film. I am really anticipating for this thing to be like amazing, and if it sucks, I mean, I'm gonna cry.
Very disappointed. Yeah, same way.
Yeah. So do you have HBO Max yet?
Yes, I do.
Okay. How are you liking it? I know a lot of people have issues that it's like not streaming on everything. I like it so far, but
Yeah, I like the content. I mean, I don't like really having to plug an HDMI cable into my laptop to get it to play on my big screen because it won't play on my Fire Stick. And for some reason, like I try to access the app through the PlayStation and it works, but there's more lags than that for some reason when trying to watch it on the PlayStation, which is very frustrating.
Ren's back.
I'm back. Can
Yeah.
you guys hear me?
Yes, I
We can hear you, man.
You did it off your phone,
Okay.
didn't you?
Yeah, I have to go vertical today. I apologize to everyone.
That works. Are you still able to control everything? Like live chat, ending it and everything?
I can see it. I might not be able to put all the questions like on the screen,
Okay.
but I will read them out and shout out
That's
the
fine.
person who asked.
I'm also just making sure. Can you still end the chat or the stream when we're done?
Yes, because I still have it like on my computer. I'm
Okay.
just not on the stream on my computer, but
Okay.
I'll end the broadcast.
Perfect. All right. So right now we just got through Tenet. We talked about Tenet moving again.
Yeah.
What other films might move again? So now we're jumping into Batman. Batman prequel spinoff,
yeah.
Gotham PD series coming to HBO Max. So I legit saw this and said, "Give me it all." Jeffrey Wright, Gotham PD. I'm for it. Batman prequel spinoff. Fuck it. Give me it all. I don't care. I want to dive into this world. I fucking hated the Gotham show. I thought it was like one of the worst pieces of garbage I've ever watched. I watched the first season, didn't hate it, but I said, let's get to, you know, the next season if this gets any. No, it was terrible. It literally was garbage. And, you know, some people I saw come off like, why are they doing another Gotham show? Because it's Matt Reeves. He's creating this. You have Jeffrey Wright on board. It's HBO Max. And so I'm going to tell you guys this. I have a gut feeling that this Batman film's rated R. I really have a feeling.
Ooh.
And I say that because it's standalone from the universe we're in right now. And it looks like they're kind of continuing that. Now, if the Justice League rumors are true, the Justice League Rebirth rumors that no one really knows if they're true or not, that they're rebooting Justice League in just a couple of years, and it's going to be, and it might take place in this world of Robert Pattinson's Batman, and there will be 2 different standalones, which could then be pretty interesting if they could, you know, make it less confusing, but also get us up to that, you know, Kingdom Come. This could be their way of bringing Kingdom Come to life, you know, to have 2 standalone separate universes coming together, which it makes me excited. Could be a little bit confusing. You know, that's a completely different discussion. Real fast, do you guys believe that could happen, or do you think it's just going to be a completely different thing? Do you think Robert Pattinson's not going to be in like a Justice League at all?
Anthony?
I would hope so. I would really hope so.
I do
Because
too.
I, you know, I was really liked the casting of him in the role because I am more familiar with him outside of the Twilight movies. I've actually watched the Twilight movies, so for me, Robert Pattinson is just that great actor from Good Times and a lot of his indie movies. He can really bring nuanced performances. I think he's definitely going to be able to do everything that you need for Bruce Wayne to capture the layering of the characters. So yeah, to see him brought in for more and to stretch into other characters would be just fantastic to me.
Yeah. And Ren?
I agree with Anthony in that I would like to see it, but I don't think we will. I don't think he's interested in that crossover type of stuff as much as I am, and as much as I would like to see him. It just
So you think he
doesn't
just
come
does the
across that
trilogy
way.
and he's done?
I wouldn't say necessarily does the trilogy and it's done. It can do more movies of Batman beyond a single trilogy. I just don't think we'll see him with, I don't know, Ezra Miller as the Flash or Gal Gadot and etc. I think he's more in the veins of a Joaquin Phoenix in the sense that I don't see him doing anything else with anyone else.
And that's why I think of it, because this Batman spinoff, it will not be it'll be TV mature. I don't see it not being TV mature, especially when you have the guys also behind Boardwalk Empire making the show. Like that's just
and the screenwriter of
Sopranos.
Wall Street.
And that's Sopranos and Wolf of Wall Street. So it's like, that's why I'm going far to say I think this Batman film is going to be rated R. It just seems like it's kind of building to there. Now, given knowing Warner Brothers, well, I don't even know at this point, because Joker made $1 billion and it was rated R. So, we don't know how much this Batman film is going to cost to be made. It could be almost $200 million. I wouldn't be shocked if it was. I mean, some of the stuff on the set design, now they're having to actually create the sets because they're not going back to physical filming locations. That could easily bump up the price, but I just feel like this is going to be he said this is going to be a different interpretation of Batman that we've gotten before, but it seems like he's really going from the animated series and making it. So again, maybe it's not rated R, but really damn close to it. Really dark. Like I for some reason I've been really wanting to watch Temple of Doom again. And I just remember the first time I ever saw that, my dad had never seen it either at the time. He'd only seen all the other Indiana Jones. And when we watched it, I mean, I was kind of scarred as a kid. Like, that movie's fucked up. It's really fucked up. For me, could this be like the next, let's scar kids in a Batman type film? So it's something, and I'm really, really excited. I'm really excited for the Batman prequel spinoff, man. I'm excited for just everything they give us. Do you think there's more spinoffs in the works then?
I think it's to see how this one works. If it's popular, then definitely I think we'll get more. And it's like you say, it could be, it doesn't necessarily need to be R-rated, but it can definitely be a hard PG-13. They know they can make money off an R-rated film like The Joker. So if you just basically tone it down just a little bit and get that hard PG-13, because I mean, MCU movies are PG-13, but they're kind of like PG-10, So really push that envelope for that. It will open to door to that other audience. But I mean, this show looks great, and it would have to be a TVMA just to be able to dive into just breaking down the corruption inside of Gotham City and just adding to just bringing so much more just tangible information to the world that the Batman movie is going to be set in. And it's like, if the movie's good and the show is good, then definitely in the world we live in, people are going to start spawning off and doing as much different spinoffs as they can, as long as they keep working.
I agree with you. 100%. And so let's do it. Over or under 40%, is this a rated R film? Is the Batman rated R?
I'll go over 40%.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
Ren?
I'll go under 40%, but also just a little bit. I'll go 35%.
Okay. And guys in the chat, let us know if you guys think the film is going to be rated R as well. We want to hear that. And as well, hit that like button, guys. It really does support. And make sure to go subscribe to Anthony as well. We love having him on here. And in general, it's just, we're happy to finally have you on here, dude.
It's awesome to be here.
News. So, Ren, should we get to the Bad Batch news?
Go for the Bad Batch news, my brother.
Let's jump into the Bad Batch. So Disney Plus announced that there will be a brand new animated Clone Wars series coming to Disney Plus. It's not a Clone Wars. It's kind of a Clone Wars spinoff, I guess, and that's for the Bad Batch. Did you watch Clone Wars at all, Anthony?
I did not. I've seen a couple episodes, but I mean, it was probably season 2 or 3, so maybe over 10 years ago. I was actually shocked when I went back and started reading up on this show that show actually went on for 12 years. That it's it just ended, and I haven't. Once a show starts and it's gotten so far, it's you go, okay, do I have time to go back those 4 seasons and catch up? But the premise of this one sounded fantastic. With this, they're like a group of experimental clones that each have their own little special power, which kind of just makes them that odd little group, kind of like the Guardians of the Galaxy, or a specialized power like a G.I. Joe or something like that. So I mean, as a Disney Plus subscriber, it's actually, I'm interested, because if it ties in a lot. You know, you got plenty of time to go back and catch up on stuff.
Anthony, I'll tell you this right now. Watch the last 4 episodes of Clone Wars. Don't watch anything else. You could probably watch a recap or something. Just watch the last 4 episodes. They aren't in it, but it'll make you want to go watch the rest of the show. Like, the last 4 episodes are hands down some of the best Star Wars we've ever gotten. Like, I was blown away by it. And, like, my girlfriend, who's never watched any of the Clone Wars, I made her watch all 4. And she was just sitting there in, like, awe of it. Like, holy shit, this is awesome. So, the Bad Batch were one of the most unique characters for this last season of Clone Wars. I'm curious to see the animation style that they will go for in the series, because it always seems it's a little bit different. I'm going to be honest, though, you know, the more I think about this, I don't really care for this. I don't know what it adds to the universe itself. I think it could be a fun little spin-off here and there, but how many seasons can you go? You know, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's a lot more interactions that they can do with Ahsoka. Maybe they can do with Rex and of some sorts, but I just look at it and I'm like, you know, where's this take place at? Is it right after? Is it a little bit further in the future? Is it past the Mandalorian time? Is it right before Force Awakens? You know, I want to see like that stuff. I want to see the build up to the Force Awakens. Like, I know there's a Kylo Ren comic book out there, but I would rather them just adapt that into an animated series. And that way more people can get into that, because it's a really cool storyline. That's something. Or I saw someone else tweet out, they're like, why don't they do Luke, Leia, and Han adventures after Return of the Jedi? I'm like, yeah, you know, awesome. Apparently Luke and Lando went to fucking this fucking desert planet with all these people trying to find the artifact, the Wayfinder. You know, where's that adventure? You know, there's so many possibilities they could do, and I wish they would just do them. I think those are things that would not just intrigue me, but my dad. My dad just watched almost every Star Wars film for the first time, and like, he loves the original trilogy, and he liked everything else, but I think that's something that would really benefit us more. You know, that's just how I feel about it, though.
Yeah, I was pretty much in your shoes in that I don't really care about this. But when I heard confirmation that it is like after Order 66 and it is between Revenge of the Sith and New Hope, my excitement got up a little. I'm interested because of that time frame, and I think this could be a really good connection from Clone Wars to Rebels directly. I don't think they're going to interact necessarily with Rex and Ahsoka, but see these characters that we know that they know Rex, they are acquaintances, but seeing them meet other characters that we as an audience already know from different shows, I think that could be really interesting. And again, my excitement went up just a little bit, and I'll have my eye on this. It's not something I would have gone for. It's not something that I was expecting, but the time frame that it shows makes me intrigued, I'll say. I
agree. And Anthony, does this excite you anymore? Hearing us talk about it?
A little bit. I mean, I was more excited about the Han, Leia, and Luke story that you were talking about. It's like I'm in the same boat as your dad. I mean, the original trilogy is what I grew up on, so it's everything else is like different kind of Star Wars after that. So, you know, hopefully, like, if this can offer something for like an old school fan like myself that likes those old stories, just the grittiness, the graininess of how like that original trilogy was, yeah, I'll give it a shot and see if it pulls me. You know, it's like you have that's the benefit of Disney Plus. You have it, so you pop a couple episodes on. If you like it, stick with it. If not, you can easily just move on to something else. It's just kind of surprising, you know. I guess maybe the audience for the Clone Wars was that big that they thought it warranted another little spin-off kind of series time into that a little bit.
And it's funny, like they look at that and it's like, I mean, thank God it's those two characters. Those characters that there's some annoying characters, these two sisters that I'm actually really happy they were like, hey, let's not dive into them. I am shocked that this is like their next animated series. To be honest, again, I don't know how many seasons you go of this. You know, I know Dave Filoni is executively producing it. He's really much in charge of everything going about right now. So, you know, I'm honestly all I saw was I said shit. That just means I got to wake up at midnight for every Disney Plus series, because that's what was helping my channel for such a long time, and I'm all for it. So, you know, Anthony, usually we do these things where we knight news topics. Are we knighting this one? Is it a good thing, or should we throw it in the dungeon? I'd knight it for now.
Yeah, I'd knight it. Like, it's one of those that there's not necessarily even anything bad about it, because for right now we're only talking about the concept, the idea.
And I don't think there's ever any bad idea. There's just bad execution. At this point, there's
absolutely
nothing to complain about, I guess.
I agree with you. So Anthony, United?
Yeah, knight it up. I like
All
it.
right, sweet. Let's go back. We're all knighting the
Knight it up.
Batman prequel, right? We're all knighting the Batman
Yes.
prequel, correct? All right, and then we're all knighting. Are
All
we
right.
knighting Tenet might move again?
No.
Throwing that in the dungeon with the virus.
Yes.
All right, moving
The
on to the
global
next.
bastard.
Yes, Uncharted begins shooting and moves up release date. So Uncharted, Tom Holland loves to take pictures of things and say stuff that he's not supposed to, and I think this was part of it. Sony comes out and says, "Hey, we're not actually filming. We don't know what he's doing."
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this: I think they are filming. I think they are,
Yeah.
and they just don't want the backlash of people being like, "Oh, it's too soon." Blah blah blah. They're filming. And they're not the only film that's filming. There's that rumors that Batman is filming in September. I have a feeling Batman's filming right now. I mean, and I just look. I think some things. I think majority of it will start filming in September, but I think some of it's filming right now, and I think Uncharted is that too. Jurassic World 3's already. These studios
World's already shooting.
These studios got to go back to filming. I mean, it's their jobs; they have to, and it's just like me. I'm working in retail. Should retail stores be closed then? I mean, if you take your precautionary measures, that's what you can do. I mean, we found out that Zendaya and John David Washington filmed a movie during quarantine, which sounds amazing. And, pretty much what they said was everyone got tested for COVID every single day.
Right.
That way it was like within once they get the results, it's like, okay, this person had it. So we got it. But it's smart in that way. If everyone's wearing masks, if everyone's being, as long as you are being careful, you can get through this. The only few things I actually look at these series now is the more intimate shots. What do we do with those now? And I don't think Uncharted is going to have any of those, but it's more of the, how do you get away with I guess sex scenes? That's the closest thing that you'll have with someone. I mean, even a fighting sequence in that fact, you can edit, maneuver it a bit, but that's the tough one. Do you CGI them together? I mean,
yeah, Sex is canceled, everyone, forever.
Yeah. But Uncharted begins shooting. I love these games. Ren just played the first one. Anthony, have you ever played Uncharted?
First two.
Okay. Do you like them?
Love them. And I think it's, they're great games, but it's the characters that make those games so resonant and so lasting. That's why I've been waiting for this movie for over 13 years. I can't believe it's finally coming around.
Yeah, and for me, it's like this should have happened forever ago. I don't love the director on this. Ruben Fleischer could have the best vision possible for this. I don't know. The first Zombieland's great. I really like the second one. Not saying it's a great film though. Venom, the first 30 minutes was boring, but the rest was pretty fun, I guess. He makes fun movies. I mean, that's what you could say. The guy can make a really fun movie. But for me, Uncharted, I think deserves a little bit more depth to it. I mean, this is technically could be like the next In Jones, and it just feels like at this point, Sony's like, let's just make it. It's gonna make money because we got Tom Holland in it. Which I'll be honest, this movie's gonna make a lot of money just because of Tom Holland. But I don't love that he's casted in this. I don't love Mark Wahlberg as Sully. I mean, if Mark Wahlberg doesn't have the famous stash that Sully has, I'm not watching this movie. I will skip it completely. You guys think I'm joking? I will skip this movie. That is iconic Sully, and I can't imagine Mark Wahlberg with a mustache. I'm just being honest. And I've been trying to think about it for the last couple of days.
I was actually kind of glad that the movie was delayed just because I hated when they initially had Wahlberg cast as Nathan Drake. And then I don't like him as Sully. I'll give him a chance. Tom Holland, I personally, I think Zac Efron would have been a great choice for Nathan Drake. And I think Robert Downey Jr. with the Hollywood effects and some gray hair and a little bit of makeup could have been a great Sully. I think they could have had a great back and forth together. But I'm interested in this one. And like you said, Ruben Fleischer, I don't know. His movies feel kind of small. This is a very large, epic, grand scale movie that I'm going to be interested to see if he could do, let alone trying to do with everything shooting inside now. I mean, it's going to be hard to capture just the vast
shooting
backdrops.
inside though?
What I read an article was they said that basically all movies were going to be shooting inside for a while. So I mean, you know,
they're gonna
maybe you can have
But they
composite
are-
shots and put stuff together. I don't know.
Mhm. But like,
but they
I'll
are shooting in Berlin. They are shooting in Berlin right now. So I don't know, but I guess it'd be weird for a production to go all the way to Berlin to just shoot inside. I don't know. It just feels weird.
Maybe it's cheaper. But also throwing out, I mean, for me, I always wanted them to go older. I could see Tom Holland playing a younger version of him, which definitely he is.
Right.
It's just, for me, the way I view it is like, well, do we have Elena Fisher in here now? Do we have Chloe Fraser that comes in? You know, we have these other characters that, are they introduced at all? Does Nathan Drake's brother take a part in here? Do we see him come apart in here? Because that's a big storyline later down the road, which again, a lot of people had issues with. But like, just looking it up, like for me, I always wanted Bruce Campbell playing Sully. I thought that's perfect. Him or Stephen Lang would have been perfect. Obviously Nathan Fillion, that's what Nathan Drake's based off of, but he's older at this point. I think Chris Pratt would have been good. I think Bradley Cooper. I think Sebastian Stan. I think all those would have been really cool picks for an older version of him. It's just, I look at this character and I'm just like, again, I think a lot of my thing comes down about the directing. I just do not like this director. I don't think he's a bad director. I don't think he's a bad choice. I just don't think he's the right choice for this. I think the guy, Travis Knight, was supposed to direct this film. He should have been the one directing it.
Absolutely.
So honestly, I'm gonna throw this in the dungeon. I don't care about this fucking movie. Show me a trailer. Show me a trailer. Impress the hell out of me. Really show me like, this is the next thing.
Some cool set photos.
Yeah, but other than that, like, I'm not excited at all for this. I mean, I just really do not care about Tom Holland as Nathan Drake. I'm sure he'll do a good job. Nothing against him. I just don't think he's the right choice at this point. You know, they're doing something different, but this film keeps getting pushed back for a reason.
Yeah, it could be the concept overall, you know. Well, first there was going to be an older Nathan Drake, and they're like, now we're changing it up. It's going to be a prequel. It's going to be how they met. And so it's fluctuated a lot, and it'll be interesting to see. I'm just really excited to see what the set photos look like, what the kind of the look of the film is going to be, and go from there.
Can I just tell you, like, hearing that a lot of this, like a lot of films will be on a soundstage, just makes me think of Baywatch that we got a couple years back with like the fake explosions with them. I mean, that looked awful. And I just like start thinking about this. I'm like, are they actually going to do that again? You can do it. You can shoot on a film. You can shoot on a soundstage and make it look amazing. Ruben Fleischer, I don't think you can though.
Yeah. And that'll be the thing, because it's like maybe they'll shoot a lot, because that's what I read. I read that almost all movies were going to be starting to film indoors as much as possible. This almost seems like a movie that could be built for just the jungle atmosphere, the forests and stuff like that. So maybe they shoot part of it now, part of it later, as long as it looks good.
Guys, I like everyone involved in this. I just don't believe this film's going to be good. Like, and you know, call me next summer. This film comes out, could be my favorite film of the year. You know, I could be a fucking geek in heaven. But let's talk about it. Video game movies. What's the best one? What, like, legit? What is the best one? Like, honestly,
Mortal Kombat.
No. That's a fucking cheesy mess. That's a cheesy mess. Honest to God, what is the best video game? Like, when you look at that and you're like, this could have been nominated for an Oscar.
Oh, I don't even think there's been one of those. Not nominated.
I mean, neither.
There's been some where it's like, I surprisingly enjoyed that. I don't know if there's any of that. I mean,
like, for me, top three, I mean, Sonic the Hedgehog, Detective Pikachu, and Warcraft. And I don't even think Warcraft's that great, but I like it a lot.
Yeah, I really did enjoy Sonic a lot more than I thought I would.
I was shocked.
Yeah, I went into that movie thinking that's like, okay, let's just get this 90 minutes over with. After it was done, I was like, okay, that was a real treat.
Yeah, I left work to go see it, and I was happy. I left work.
Yeah.
For me, only two come to mind. Like, I agree with you guys on Sonic, but I still didn't think it was good personally. But two that come to mind that I was like, what?
The Olive Garden in-house marketing.
Oh, so cringy.
That's
like,
okay for
two that come to
CGI.
Yeah, but two that come to mind that I was like, oh, that was not like bad at all. Like, this is watchable. This is enjoyable. Was Rampage with The Rock and the latest Tomb Raider.
Oh, you know what? I've liked all the Tomb Raiders. I've liked all of them. I think my issue with actually the last one was you get Ruth. What was the guy's name? Uthrog or whatever to direct the film. That badass of a name.
Yeah.
It's not R-rated. Come on, that film should have been R-rated. That film should have been R-rated, guys.
But now the second one is going to be directed by Ben Whitley. That dude is psychedelic.
Who did High Rise, right? He did High
Rise, and another movie he did was awesome. Free Fire with Armie Hammer, Brie Larson.
I loved Free Fire. I really liked High Rise, but I liked Free Fire more. So definitely, Uncharted. I'm throwing it in the dungeon. I don't care for this. Yeah. It could surprise me. I've liked almost every single one of Ruben Fleischer's films. It's just I don't think he's the right choice for this. I really don't, and I could be shocked. I don't like the younger version of Nathan Drake, but I'm optimistic about this film, but I'm also very pessimistic because I just don't see it turning out great. If that makes sense. Yeah. So, Ren, dungeon or no?
No. I mean, hang on. I actually disagree when it comes to Tom Holland. I really like, on the perspective of Sony, that they're casting someone as young as him, because I think they see a long-term future for the Uncharted series, and he can be Nathan Drake for years and years.
And let me one other thing out. Yeah. I will say this, and maybe I'm being a little bit too harsh on Tom Holland. I'm being more harsh on the director choice. I still just do not like that, and I also don't really care for Mark Wahlberg as Sully. I really don't. I think they actually could have gone a Bruce Campbell, a Stephen Lang in that role, to be honest. I think
Nathan Fillion.
Or Nathan, I mean, I think you really could have. I think they were more going for star power for this, which that's fine, whatever, that's Sony. I think the reason that I was being a little harsh on Tom Holland is because the way I view him is as like a 13, 14-year-old. The difference is he's like 25. He's what, 24, 25.
Yeah. He's like, he's going to turn 25. Yeah.
Technically, I guess Nathan Drake is early 30s in the first game, I would assume. He's around there.
I would say so, yeah.
So I guess it's not that young of a Nathan Drake. And have you guys seen how buff he got?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ripped right now. So, but like, I don't want to rip Mark a freaking Sully. You know what I mean? I don't want to rip Sully.
I don't see the chemistry between them delivering. I mean, I know Tom Holland will be able to add that charm, that adventuresome personality to the character. Sully and him together is a very odd mix. I don't know. Mark Wahlberg's movies are great when they're Mark Wahlberg's, and they're great Mark Wahlberg movies, and not all of them are great movies. So if he's not really like based on a biopic, it's not really that engaging, and his humor doesn't work for me.
No, it's like if they wanted to go big star power, I mean, you could have gotten Matt Damon, and I would have believed in that more.
Oh, that would have been a great Sully. Yeah.
Like, the only thing is I think of Mark Wahlberg going, hey everybody, hey, this is Nathan Drake. We're gonna jump across this thing. Yeah, I got my mustache.
I mean, but if it's anything like the games, we won't see that much of Sully until like the third one. If it's anything like the games.
Well, so the way that this is supposed to be the third game, like the flashback stuff. That's what I'm
right.
Okay.
I'm gonna look and see if anyone's done fan art.
Because I'm almost done with the third game at this point.
Oh, really? Oh, so what do you think of 2? Yeah. What do you think of 2?
2, I liked more than the first one because I thought about it, and
the best one.
Yeah,
I'm liking the third one more at this point. Like, I don't want to speak too much about a lot of things because Anthony, you haven't played the third one.
I think I played parts of it. That's where you do go back in the early stages, and you do climb it. He's sneaking around as the kid, climbing into the museum and taking little artifacts. Okay, so I played parts of 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let me say that 3 is my favorite. 3's always been my favorite.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I've been talking
4 as well.
Yeah, I've been talking to a friend of mine, and he says 2 is the best one. 4 is in second place, then 3, then 1. To me, I think it's because it's a 2007 game. It's a little bit dated naturally. So I just thought it was a nice game, enjoyable, but I don't see myself playing it a lot ever again. The second one and the third one, I do. And I'm not even done with the third one. But the third one is really, really impressive. I didn't like I thought the villain in the second one sucked as well. Like, he was menacing when you played against him, but as a character, it's like,
3 has the third one. 3 and 4 have the better ones.
Third
Can I
one
say
is.
this? So I just found a picture of Mark Wahlberg with a mustache. Okay, I can kind of see it, I guess.
He looks like a perv.
So the thing is, younger
Let me
Sully
see
with the
if
brown hair, it actually is not a bad choice. So I can see it. I can see it happening. I can see it, I
Okay.
guess. But I think it's more of his performance that I'm more worried about now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be something. I mean, if they fuck this movie up, like that's gonna be a rant.
Yeah.
I mean, I ranted about Artemis Fowl this year, and that took a lot out of me. But I mean, if Uncharted, if they mess up Uncharted in any sort of way, I will rant. I mean, straight fucking rant all about it.
It's got the potential to be the next Indiana Jones if they do it right. They can get
It should
5,
be
6
naturally.
movies out of
It
this.
really should. You could not even do six. You could do literally.
So
This is
many.
what I've been saying. Tom Holland. I mean, this guy could literally be Spider-Man till I have kids and my
Right.
kids are about to have kids. Like that's what's the great, and that's what I've been really hoping, because there was rumors that leaked out a while ago that Tom Holland was being groomed as like 3 films in high school, 3 films in college, 3 films out of college, and I love that. I really hope they end up doing it. I really hope.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine like 9 movies straight? Like it's not even a case like Star Wars or the MCU, or it's just a big collection of characters, but like 9 movies focused on this one character through the stages of his life. It's
That's
like Boyhood, but well done.
It's never been done. It's never been done, and that's why I want to see it happen. That's why I want
Absolutely.
to see it happen. So, and if Sony doesn't fuck it up, it'll happen, or we'll get another. Yep. So let's move on to the next one. We already kind of talked about the Batman moving all shooting to indoor sound stages, which we can just kind of go right over that. Do you want to talk about the Deathstroke, Ren?
Oh, I can talk about the Deathstroke. Okay. I haven't talked to Anthony about this. He just the headline we were going to talk about it. But I have information on what the Deathstroke movie directed by Gareth Evans was going to be. So don't ask me where I got this information. I can't divulge that. And I have not even seen the actual, I've seen the actual script. I just haven't read through the actual script. But basically, there's an animated movie coming out, I believe next week or something like that, about Deathstroke. It's called Deathstroke Dragons and Something, or Something and Dragons. And basically, it chronicles his adventures fighting the Hive, searching for his son, and he's committing various crimes and working for the Hive, because if he doesn't, they'll kill his son. Basically, instead of the Hive, the live-action movie would have the League of Assassins. One of the main villains would have been Lady Shiva, and we would have been following Deathstroke, basically going through, imagine the Raid, and that climb through the building up and down, but basically several buildings throughout several cities. And it would have been a massacre. That movie was going to be rated R as it gets. It was going to be intense. And at the end, supposedly, the post-credit scene would have seen Lex Luthor come in and put a hit and hire him, much like the Hyde did, but this time to Deathstroke's own accord. And hire Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor would have hired Deathstroke to take care of Batman, and we would have been teasing the Ben Affleck directed Batman movie.
Oh, that would have been awesome. That would have been so cool.
Yeah.
I still wish we would have gotten that. I really do. I hope we still get Joe as Deathstroke. I think he was like perfect casting, honestly.
Same.
And that's why I'll go as far to say this Trench movie that they're making with Aquaman, I've said this. You can make that into a Deathstroke movie. You could tie that into a Deathstroke movie. Think about it. Deathstroke's on a ship heading somewhere, maybe an assassination on the ship, and they go over the trench and he has to kill all these things. I would kill to see Deathstroke. No pun intended. I would kill to see Deathstroke kill all those fucking creatures, because that was one of the.
But I can see that as a scene, but not as like the full movie.
I look at it as an hour and a half type action film.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's will we ever get a Deathstroke movie? Who knows at this point?
I don't think we'll see this one though. At least as I saw it. There's one more thing I forgot to mention.
Like, do we know?
Yes, it would have been rated R. It would have been rated R. Like, it was going to be one of the most intense things, just like the conversation I had. Plus, Lex Luthor hires Deathstroke. I forgot to say this, because he kills Deathstroke's son, Joseph, without Deathstroke knowing until he gets there too late. But he blames Batman. He puts the blame on Batman, and that's how he hires Deathstroke to kill Batman.
Damn. Also, we have 2 big breaking news things that just came out.
Oh, shit.
Are you guys ready for this? So first, no surprise here. Winter Soldier and Falcon has been delayed indefinitely. No one knows when it's coming out now. And so that's the first one. This one's fucking huge. New Netflix film just announced. Biggest film budget ever for them. $200 million budget. The Russo brothers will direct, with Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFeely writing the script. So I'm okay with this.
Yes.
It's called The Gray Man, and it's starring Ryan Gosling and Chris Evans. And it follows a freelance assassin and a former CIA operative working together.
I'm in.
Yeah.
2025, probably.
Yeah. That movie sounds really good.
Dude, and I'm more
Ryan Gosling and Chris Evans. Holy
what a pair.
I read that
first.
Like, oh, who's directing? And then I saw them. Okay, but who's writing the fucking film? Because I don't think they're good. I do not think the Russo brothers are good writers. I think
I agree.
Part of that film was the script, and I think that is. But when they take a script from someone else, that's why I'm actually really excited for Cherry. That's why I'm really excited for Cherry, because they didn't write the script; they're only directing it. And $200 million, man. I mean, fuck. They have to
put a lot of money.
Wow.
They have to put that in theaters, right? They have to. That can't.
Yeah, I hope so. Because that sounds blockbuster, even.
Yeah,
like not an Avengers type blockbuster, more like a cerebral blockbuster.
But $200 million.
Yeah.
What the?
It's gonna have
$200 million for.
Hopefully, some awesome action set pieces.
I mean, it has to be, right? Damn, dude.
It's going to have some kind of CGI element to it, I'm sure, to bump it up that.
Like this smaller budget film with Cherry, and now going back to those. But it's cool that it's going to be an original IP. $200 million original IP. I still don't think you need $200 million to do it. Even though I do think Scorsese deserves $250 for his next Western film.
Exactly.
It's interesting, dude. I'm really excited for that. I'm really excited. Yeah. So we're definitely going to night that, right? We're nighting that. Are we nighting Falcon delayed indefinitely?
No. I don't like it.
Yeah. You know, I think that show comes out in January.
Yeah, January.
Starting off the year right.
I think they'll do Mandalorian in late September, early October. WandaVision right after that, then Winter Soldier and Falcon.
Okay.
I hope so, dude.
And then
Vaccine, Christmas, New Year, and then Falcon. And
well, that's why I said. I mean, this is my biggest issue with all these streaming services right now. It's not Netflix, of course. Netflix pushes shit out every week.
Tons of content.
But like there's always something. There's always at least one big thing a week on Netflix. If you've really noticed the last couple of weeks, like there's either one big movie or one big show. Like this week, it's cursed. This week it's cursed.
And so far, it sucks.
You start watching it?
I think I'm midway through the third episode.
Okay.
Or at least like there's 20 minutes.
Did you watch it at all yet, Cursed? The new Catherine Langford, Frank Miller show?
I haven't, no.
Okay.
No.
I will say I enjoyed it, but it was definitely a harder show to get through. The first half is completely fucking boring. It's repetitive. It's really, really, really repetitive. Like, I mean...
Okay, so it gets better.
I'm not saying it's great.
No, but it gets better. Like I'm on the third episode, but it gets better, right? I'm gonna finish it either way.
I thought it did. I'm not gonna say it's great. It got to once I got to episode 5, I said, okay, I'm ready. I'm just gonna binge the rest of this. I'm ready. Let's see where it goes. And overall, I think it established in a good, decent first season, but makes me more excited for like what they could do with like the next season if they get one, which is kind of how I felt with Space. Space Force got renewed. I'm absolutely shocked it got fucked.
I'm shocked to hear that as well.
I'm shocked because
I didn't know.
I really liked the show, but the more I've thought about it, the more I kind of didn't really like it. Like I liked majority of it, but it wasn't the best show possible. A second season of that show could be really fucking good. Because just like The Office first season is terrible. First season is absolutely terrible.
Really?
I think it's not. I don't like it.
Like I thought people were way too harsh on Space Force, but I agree that I genuinely love the first 3 episodes, and from then on until the end, it was like it's fine. It wasn't egregiously bad, but I didn't thoroughly enjoy it. But I think with comedy with comedy shows especially, they really tend to learn from the mistakes from like early seasons.
Absolutely.
So like with what The Office did, it can go better. Yeah.
Definitely. More details came out about the Ryan Gosling thing now.
Okay.
It's about a former CIA, so a freelance and a former CIA operative who is hunted across the globe by his former cohort at the CIA, Evans. So Evans is hunting down Gosling.
Yeah. Ooh.
That's the whole point. That's the film.
Okay. Star versus star. Nice.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. This better be like the next fucking Mad Max, or not Mad Max, Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
Like, and it's supposed to, and this is, and the intention here is to create a new franchise with a James Bond level of scale.
Ooh,
interesting.
I mean, you just know that by the end they're teaming up. Like Chris Evans is finding out something shitty about the CIA, and they're joining forces.
Yeah, can we get Henry Cavill on this too, though?
Oh,
those fists again.
Yeah. I'm not joking, dude. I literally think that's like one of my favorite moments in any film. Just like the way he literally cocks his fucking fist and goes into fight. Like, and that's also one of my favorite films, like one of my favorite action films. I could rewatch Fallout every single fucking day. Like,
world-class action movie.
It is perfection. It is so freaking good, man. It's so freaking good.
It was my number 3 the year it came out. Like overall top 10 movies.
Do you guys like it more than Mad Max Fury Road?
I do. I just think it has more to offer than Fury Road. Fury Road's a great simultaneous, like long action sequence, but I think Fallout just has a ton of layers to it, and it keeps amping it up and then amping it up. And
it's something, perfect. Man. It's something. All right. So I guess the last topic to get to is before we go. I guess the next viewer. I guess before we get to viewer questions, should we talk about Esposito?
Yeah, let's get to Esposito, man. It's our main topic.
Okay. All right. Gino, how do you say his name? I always mess it up.
Giancarlo Esposito.
Giancarlo Esposito has already played one of my favorite villains of all time in Breaking Bad. Now he's great in Better Call Saul. He's going to be the villain of Far Cry 6. He's going to be the villain for The Boys Season 2. He's the villain right now in Mandalorian Season 2. I mean, he's literally one of my favorite actors working today. And he said Marvel is his next steps. So I'm assuming he's talked to Marvel. He knows who he's playing. Or they have thoughts. And let's be honest, Marvel's going to cast him as a villain. I mean, if they didn't, I would be shocked. I would be shocked if they didn't cast him as a villain. What do you guys think? Villain, automatically?
It's probably leaning that way, but I hope not.
Oh, really?
I personally, should I just give my pick?
Yeah, pick your...
go ahead.
I personally think he should play Professor X all the way.
Nice.
That would be great, too, though.
I don't know. I just don't have a lot of confidence in MCU with their track record on sustainability of villains. I don't want Giancarlo Esposito to come in, do an awesome job in a role, get 25 minutes of screen time, and never see him again. I don't want to. I don't know. I want him to be able to last. I think if they're going to go with X-Men, they're going to go with the younger cast. I think he's a great mentor for them. He is young enough but old enough to where if you need to do flashback scenes, you could definitely do that with him. And I think he would just be the perfect person to mentor this young group of mutants. And you could get him in 7, 8, 9 movies. Who knows?
I want him on that. I wouldn't be opposed to that. I mean, just him being casted alone in any MCU film makes me excited.
Mm-hmm.
Makes me really excited. And I see G. Colby Porter in the chat says, I'm turned on right now. Me too. Just thinking about this. I mean, I'm thinking about the mustache that he has in Mandalorian season 1, and I'm like, how is he not playing Sully? You know, how is he not playing Sully?
Right.
Oh my God.
I mean, for me, he could play a number of different characters. My number one I want him to play is Norman Osborn. I want a Norman Osborn. I want a different version of him. I think right now is actually the perfect time to put him in here. For a while, I've been saying Matthew McConaughey, but Esposito just seems right up that alleyway, is that businessman. And, you know, you do talk about the worry of, you know, them ruining the villain, but I think there's 3 villains that I think have a longer staying power than most, and that's Osborn, Magneto, and Doctor Doom. And I'll be honest, he could play all 3. He could play all 3, and I would be excited for it. I think he would kill Magneto. And I also think Magneto, they're going to change his past. I don't think it'll be World War II. I don't think it'll be...
it can't be. It can't be. Otherwise, he'd have to be 90 years old.
Yeah, unless you do multiverse stuff or he gets stuck. That's why I'm wondering, why don't they do the Tulsa stuff?
They could do that. They could do the Rwandan genocide.
Yes. And there's a couple different ones they could do, and I think he would work perfectly for that. I've also always said I've always wanted Jeffrey Wright as Professor X. I just think that would be pretty cool too. Yeah. But he's also going to be the Watcher, which, okay, that's fine. Whatever. And then Doctor Doom. I mean, as Doctor Doom as it could get, I think he would destroy it. Yes, he is a little bit older, but I think that actually works. I think you could maybe even make Doctor Doom the mentor to, you know, the Fantastic Four before him, because we all know the Fantastic Four are in this world already. They're just stuck in the quantum realm or something. Like they're gonna bring them in that way. It's gonna be your way.
The pitch. You saw the pitch, everyone. You know they're in the quantum realm since the 60s.
We know it. We know it. We love it. We want it. So, I mean, those are the 3. And I know Ren has a specific one that I really like still, but I have a worry with that one. And Ren, please say it.
Well, first of all, I agree with you. I see him much more as a villain than a good guy or a hero, however you want to put it. But I will say that if there's a hero that I can see him playing, it is Professor X. So congrats to Anthony for bringing that one up. Because I don't know, I imagine him. I see the image that I put up on the thumbnail for this video, and ooh, I like it. I like it. Because I actually... it's not that I dislike him as Magneto, but of all the roles that I could see him being, Magneto is like the least likely. I don't know why. It's just a gut feeling. I would put, like, imagine Denzel Washington as Magneto and Giancarlo Esposito as Xavier. That's just hits the spot right there. But I'll say I really, even though when I did my pitch, I had someone different playing the role. I'll say that Giancarlo Esposito is Kang the Conqueror, who physically doesn't have to be a very active character, and it's also a character that at least ideally goes on the long run. It's more like a Thanos type of villain. I think that would just be awesome, because Kang is this type of villain that he's always in control. He doesn't lose his cool. He just runs his ship and gives orders, and I don't know, that just feels like the type of role that fits Giancarlo, because it doesn't push him very much physically, and when it does, you can just CGI it.
Yeah, the intensity he can bring is perfect for a villain for sure.
Exactly.
And
just
that's
with his eyes.
So I do love the choice of Kang. I'm only nervous that he'll be in Ultron. That's my nervous. And I like Ultron, but only one film and done. I want him in a fucking, like, big role.
Yes.
And that's my thing.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, this dude could literally play all 4. Give him all 4 roles for all I care at this point. Even give him Venom. I could see him playing fucking Carnage. I could see him playing Venom. I could see him playing Goblin. I could see him playing Doc Ock. I mean, he could fucking kill it as Doc Ock too. I could see him literally playing any single villain that you would want. Any hero too. I mean, throw it in. You said Professor X. Any other heroes you guys could see him playing?
Ooh.
Just like wondering. I'm wondering.
It's tough.
I'm trying to think of, like, older heroes, and in comics, there's like not many that fit the mold. Let me look at my figures for a second.
Yeah, for me, I think that the Professor X role just gives him the longest run for what we can see him. I loved what he did in Breaking Bad. I mean, I've been watching this guy since the 90s, and he could just do basically anything he wants to do. And to have him kind of be that new Patrick Stewart that just kind of passes the torch to that character, I think he's the perfect person to, pass that one character on to another, kind of like when you're passing Wolverine on to the next person that's going to play that character. I think he's the perfect person to fill the shoes,
Mm-hmm. Which, let's call it right now. Zac Efron should play the next Wolverine after seeing how he
I agree.
Oh my God, holy crap. Like before I was like, I want Taron Egerton. Nah, he's rugged, he's rough. I want that. Like I want that as my next
Completely
Wolverine.
agree.
But have you actually seen the show? Because compared to what you actually see in his show, that picture that I put up doesn't show anything at all.
So definitely and I'm going to say this. I think the X-Men, I've already been saying this, I think some are going to get solo films, some of them are going to get put in other films, and then they'll come together. I don't think we'll see just a straight up X-Men film. I think we will see, I think the three main solos we're going to get a solo Wolverine film. That's just how it's going to start. They're going to do a main solo Wolverine film. I think Jean Grey gets her own too. I think Jean Grey gets her own. And I think Storm is introduced in Black Panther 2. I'm willing to bet money that Storm is in Black Panther 2.
That would be awesome.
And she'll get her next one. And then they go. Or even Magneto. I mean, I would kill to see a Magneto solo film.
Yeah.
Well, technically they already did it.
Did they? Oh, well, yeah, but fuck you.
First Class came from a Magneto Origins.
Hey, but this is different. This is different, Ren. Different.
It's all new.
I know.
Yeah. But
I know.
I'm knighting this. Just give him a fucking roll. Just
Yeah.
give him a roll. Let the virus go away. Let this do whatever. And I'll also say this. I know Bob Odenkirk's been looked at a lot as well for the Marvel Universe. We've talked about it before on this podcast that him, Esposito now, and then the governor from The Walking Dead, they have all been looked at.
Morrissey.
And I'm going to be honest. I could see Odenkirk playing Norman. I could see him playing Smite. I think we've talked about that. And the governor, man, he could do a lot of this too. So I'm excited. I mean, maybe they make what's the group called? Isn't there a group of like not the Sinister Six, but there's like a different one, isn't there, Ren?
There's the Dark Avengers. Where else? What did you say?
Thunderbolts, right? Isn't that a thing or no?
Oh, the Thunderbolts is a group. Yeah, that's a new. Not always, but that's an evil group. But depends on the iteration you want to go with.
Okay, but yeah, so we're knighting this. Good.
Absolutely.
Knighting it all the way. So before we get to questions, though, there's a topic that I didn't put on the lineup that came in late, and I'm going to let you two guys talk about it first because I'm going to rant. Because Mr. What the fuck is his name? Noah Centineo has been cast in Black Adam as the Atom Smasher. I don't have a lot to say, but I have angry things to say about this. So, Zach, why don't you go first?
So I'm going to tell you right now. First off, I don't know anything about the character Atom Smasher, and just kind of looking up right now from what I looked up yesterday. See, it seems like a cool character. I like what I have in there. I will say this, though, right here and now. I do not like this guy as an actor. I just think if he really truly plays He-Man, I don't want to watch the movie. I don't care to.
I think that movie's done. I think that movie has been canned.
No, Netflix has it right now. I don't
Netflix
fucking happen. I think it's gonna happen.
Doesn't Netflix have like the animated show
and this? I could be wrong, but I think there was a deal going around that they were going to buy it, like all the rights to it. Which fine, whatever.
Oh, Netflix.
And I don't know this guy personally. But every role I've ever seen him in, he plays the exact same fucking character. And I absolutely hate him. I hate him in every single thing. To All the Boys I Love, worst part about it. Worst part about those movies is him. He's fucking terrible. What's the girl's name? Why isn't she in more stuff? I mean...
Yeah, Lana Condor. She was Jubilee. She was Jubilee in Apocalypse.
Potential, but she's great. She's great in those movies. She's excellent. Yeah. I love her. I don't watch To All the Boys I Love because of Noah Sorrento. I watch him because of her character. Noah Sorrento, though, again, He-Man. Don't see it. Ugly as
I don't see that either.
Just he's not big. Yeah, he can get buff, whatever, but he just looks like a douche.
Yeah.
And He-Man's not a douchebag, man. He's a humble fucker. And
it's like
Atom Smasher, cool. Like, is Atom Smasher a douche? Just tell me that. Is he a douchebag?
He's an anti-hero. Basically, he's a dude who absorbs atoms around the air and grows and goes down in size. Basically, that's.
But like,
it's not a very interesting character.
You know, I'll say this: if Atom Smasher was in Suicide Squad, I would be happy that Noah Smasher.
Oh yeah,
he's probably gonna die. He'll probably get fucking killed again. Like Pete Davidson's character, we all know he's gonna die in the beginning. I mean, like, we already know half that character's gonna die. That was announced. We already know that. You know, and also side note, that movie's gonna be rated R as well. So maybe Batman truly will be rated R. I didn't even think about that when we were arguing that. But Atom Smasher, I'm just like looking at pictures. I'm like, another buff character. I mean, I just like his face, like. It just screams like
for a He-Man at all.
It just screams prison rape for me. It just screams prison rape. I mean, truly, like, I've never seen a performance from him, you know. And I hope the Black Adam smashes the fuck out of him. I hope it's just like boom, boom, like kills him. I just don't. Why? Oh shit! Ren died.
No, I'm good.
I'm
alive, guys. It was Atom Smasher.
I don't know him. I've heard stuff about him on set that doesn't make me happy either. So maybe that's part of my thing. I mean, Atom Smasher, I'm gonna guess doesn't have a lot of. It's more of a physicality role. But why get him? Why not just a wrestler? Why wouldn't you just get a big wrestler to play Atom?
Well, Atom Smasher was in the Flash, and he was played by at the time former wrestler.
So why? I mean,
I don't know.
Like, I'm not. I mean, are they just trying to get the girl, like the little kids, to like go see this movie? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, like, if I had a kid who's obsessed with Noah Sorrento, they're getting grounded. I mean, I really cannot emphasize this enough. I do not like this choice. I don't even know who the character is. I just don't care. Like the fact that he is casted before Zac Efron. Zac Efron, where the fuck is he? Why isn't he playing Atom Smasher? You know, I have to imagine this is a small role.
Hopefully, yes.
I need to find the leaked script. The script got leaked a while ago. Of who was going to... Yeah, it got leaked a while ago. It was on Twitter for a bit. But, like, we know hot girl, hot guy. We know they're going to be in it. We know who's the guy with the mask. He's like Doctor Strange for this world.
Dr. Fate?
Yeah, it's rumored he's going to be in it. This was like...
I like that.
This was like... a script from a year ago, but apparently that's still the script. I don't know. And Atom Smasher was in that script, so I'm assuming this is in the Justice Society of America. Is that the right thing that I'm saying? That's supposed to be a big part of it all. Again, just kill him off really early on. Make that like a revenge story for Black Adam. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's odd casting for
sure. I don't care for this.
Yeah, I agree.
How about you, Anthony? Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, I've seen him in To All the Boys I Love. I think he was in a small role in Charlie's Angels, the last one that came out as well.
Oh yeah,
he was bad.
I mean, he hasn't really wowed me yet. I haven't really seen him in anything else. It seems like a big jump for what his filmography is to give him a kind of a tentpole movie role. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see. Definitely don't see him as He-Man, though. I mean, I think since you got Chris Hemsworth already bulked up playing the Hulk Hogan movie, might as well just let him grow his hair out a little bit more, put more hair back on top of his head, and just let him play He-Man while he's already bulked up.
Dude, I would rather them just do a whole CGI character. Like
personally, a CGI Masters of the Universe or just an all animated Masters of the Universe is really all I need. I don't need a live action anymore.
It's terrible. It's terrible. It's fucking terrible. It is literally one of the worst choices for casting. And again, you know what? I can see the film and I'll eat my words. I'll eat my fucking words if it's good. I'll eat my words. But
I doubt it though. This like the other day we had a question. I think it was I believe it was G Kobe P or Deep Into the Film Score asked if there's any actor that gets consistent work that we don't see how. and I didn't have an answer at the time, but it's this dude. It seriously is this dude.
Yeah.
He shouldn't be playing Adam Smasher. He should be playing Vacuum Man, because every time he's on screen, the charisma and energy on screen go. He swallows it up and he destroys it.
I could have played this character.
No, Zach, you have charisma.
No, I could play Adam Smasher.
Oh, Adam Smasher. Yes, you could. I agree with you there.
Someone
Like,
just
every time I
about the article saying, "Is this from the Arrowverse?" Oh wait, no, it's not.
Arrowverse had a more believable casting for Adam Smasher. Let me tell you that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, man. Every time I fart, my ass gives a better line delivery than this dude. That's all I got. I'll be here all night, everyone. I'm sending this one to the dungeon for sure.
Yeah,
I'm throwing it away. I don't care at all for this. I never will. I just literally one of the worst. Not even, I just have never liked him in a single movie.
No, me neither. And we're just talking about this dude as an actor. Noah, if you're watching this, you're just not a good actor. I'm sure you're a great guy, but not an actor.
Just do something different.
It's not easy.
Please. Just do something different for once. Like, I'm tired of being like, here, let me do an impression of him. I love you, but just why him? Why not me? Did
you see the charisma?
Right out of the room.
I know. We have to dust down now. Turn it off.
All right, everyone. Let's go to the live questions. Let me see if I can put them up.
You want me to do it? Okay, you got it.
Can you do it?
No, I can't. But
because I can see them, I just can't put them like on screen.
All
right. But Deep Into the Film Score asks, what's the most badass movie moment? Zach, why don't we start with you?
We already talked about it. Henry Cavill. It's one of them. Locking his gun.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's up there.
Dude, I got hard during that moment. I'm not even gay. Seriously. Like, if you were someone who were attracted to Henry Cavill and you didn't think that was a hot moment, you are sadly wrong. You did not like him. You were a liar.
Thought I would watch him build the computer.
Yeah.
Literally.
Video floating around with him building his computer in his tank top.
The creepy thing in the window. Have you seen that going around?
No, I didn't notice it.
Face in the fucking window at the end.
Really?
There's a what?
There's a creepy. Let me see if I can pull it up. Can I share my screen if I can find it? I don't really like looking at it. I saw it at midnight last night and it scared the shit out of me, so I didn't really sleep.
Let me
I didn't see that.
If I can put it up.
Oh god, I just saw it. I don't even want to look at it. I'm gonna share my screen, but I don't even want to look.
Give me a few minutes to
Okay.
see if I can put it on.
Okay.
Okay, here it is. I'm going to add it. Let us see. Okay, it's adding. Oh yeah, I can. Yeah.
Yeah, there is.
Like, what is that? Like, what is that? I don't even want to know.
I don't know.
Yikes.
Someone said they think it's the Babadook.
In London?
Apparently.
You went all the way to London. All right. Nathan Holt asks, what did you think, speaking of Noah Centineo, what do you think of Charlie's Angels 2019? I really enjoyed it. Zach?
I actually didn't hate it. I was surprised by it. To be honest, I thought it was going to be garbage, and I enjoyed it. Yeah. Not saying it's the best, but I enjoyed it. It's a solid action film. It's a solid action film, and Kristen Stewart's awesome in it. Kristen Stewart's awesome in it. Well, actually,
Anthony?
The main three girls are actually.
Yeah, I agree. It was much better than the original that came out back in early 2000s. It was not nearly as cheesy. It was more serious. I enjoyed the characters. I thought the dialogue had a lot of laughs in it. I mean, the plot line itself was a little bit by the numbers. We've seen it before. But I enjoyed it for what it was.
Yeah, I actually didn't get to watch it in theaters last year. And then all the hate was going around. So I was really dreading this movie. I believe I saw it around February, March this year. And
same here.
I mostly agree with you guys. I don't think it's a good movie, but it's all right. It's fine.
I'll give you guys this. When you guys miss a movie in theaters and you hear the bad buzz, I never go back and watch them. I never go back and watch. It's really tough when I do. Yeah, unless I really want to see it. Like if I would have missed my screener of it, I probably would have never seen it. It's just like because it's like we're always, you know what I mean, getting busy and stuff like that, and then I just like I don't want to go back and revisit. Like when I watch old movies, like I watch like the things that I haven't seen in years. You know,
yeah.
Like I think I'm going to start my Lord of the Rings marathon today. But we'll see. You know,
ooh, nice.
We gotta watch what the girlfriend wants to watch. So if you're watching this, can we please watch the Rings today?
Watch Togo. Make him watch Togo's ex-girlfriend. I don't know her name.
I told you we can't. My dog is fucking annoying.
Oh yeah.
No matter what.
Go to her house.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I just fixed it.
There you go.
The problem solver.
There we go.
Yes. All right. Deep into the film score asks for Anthony. Can you tell me if you find a flaw in Mad Max 4? Oh, thank God you asked Anthony, because if you asked me, we wouldn't get out of here.
I mean, I would say a flaw would be just a lack of depth in Max's character overall. But I mean, that wasn't really the point of the movie. For what the movie set out to accomplish, it was pretty perfect. I mean, it was, you know. But other than that, yeah, I mean, it's a small flaw. I mean, you know, Tom Hardy's delivery was a little bit raspy and hard to follow sometimes. Other than that, though, there's small little nitpicks. I wouldn't say there was any flaws, though.
Raspy.
Yeah, they are.
Well, literally, the only film
Capone was the worst. Trying to listen to him talking Capone. Oh my God!
I shit my pants 3 times.
His delivery and being sick was just the worst. But
I have a carrot in my mouth. I'm gonna shit my pants.
It was such a weird movie.
Cardellini, let me fuck you.
Right?
Like fucking chest. Can I be honest though? The only film I've ever seen of Tom Hardy's lately, a while ago, is This Is War. I think that's the last one I could understand what the fuck he's saying.
That's the one with Reese Witherspoon, right?
Yeah.
I
love that.
Chris Pine.
Guilty pleasure for
right.
me.
Nathan Holton asks,
fucking hurts. Holy shit.
Thoughts on the Chucky TV series? Anthony, let's start with you.
I'm iffy on this one. I mean, I think the series is, I don't know, I think the franchise itself is kind of played out, but I mean, probably just because I was very excited about the reboot that came out last year, or was a year before last, and it just didn't really do it for me. Just the look of Chucky, all of that, it didn't work for me. So, I mean, if this series can kind of take it back to its roots and more of a traditional look to where the doll just doesn't kind of look annoying and doesn't look scary, then I'm in for it. I mean, it's on Sci-Fi, right? So it's going to be what, TV? Is that TVMA?
Sci-Fi, I think. I could be wrong, but I don't know which one. It said USA/Sci-Fi.
I think it might be even on both. As long as it's violent and gory and got a lot of good kills, then I'll give it a shot and see if it grabs me.
So I'm gonna be honest. I've never been a giant Chucky fan, like at all. Like I've tried getting into it. Like the first one's fine, second one's fine. Don't even get me started with the middle ones. I just fucking never even tried them. They just look fucking gross. Like sex scene. I guess there's like sex stuff. That's just fucking disgusting. I did check out the reboot, but the one before that, the cult one, was actually kind of cool. And I don't know how this TV series ties into that, but I'm oddly kind of excited for this because I think a Chucky show could work. As long as they're not hours, they're 30 minutes, you could formulate a cool mythology around the demon thing it is, because that's what it is. I think there is a cool mythology around it. I am in the camp, though, that I actually like the remake. Again, I think it's, I like the first two, I guess, but I don't think it's better than those. I didn't hate the remake. I also didn't think it was great. Maybe it was because me and my friend was laughing at it. I can go wear my Chucky mask right now, though, that I have from it. But, but yeah, the Chucky TV series, it looks fine. The trailer was cool.
Yeah, I don't care. My favorite Chucky movie is the one from last year. I don't love it or anything, but like I've never been a fan of this franchise. I watched the first one, like the original one, for the first time when I was like 13, 14, and I laughed my ass off. I thought it was cringy. I thought it was horrible. And the one last year, I thought it was fine. It was fun, but I'm not interested in the TV series at all. like at all. I don't even think if I liked the franchise, I would be interested. Leave it to the movies, or in the case of this one, just leave it to die or continue the new one you just made with Mark Hamill. So that's it. Deep into the film score asks, what's your go-to ice cream flavor? Zach?
Cookies and cream.
Wow, I was going to say mine as well. Cookies and cream or old school vanilla with some chocolate syrup on there. I'm old school like that.
Oh my god!
Some French vanilla beans, some of that Breyers. Oh yeah, hook me up.
I was just gonna say, if I'm on holiday and I'm like walking around in a city, I pick up a simple vanilla flavored ice cream. If I'm like on a cheat day and I'm just having ice cream in front of the TV or something, cookies and cream all the way, direct from the tub.
Yep.
That's the one. Okay. Deep into the film score asks. Okay, it's not going up. Anyway, I can see it. Deep into the film score asks. Hang on, Jico BP. We'll get to you.
Do you want me to just read
here it is. No, it's here. Would you rather watch Gotham or Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Gotham was
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah.
Agents of
Gotham
S.H.I.E.L.D.
didn't work for me at all.
No. I wish I could have, because Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has a lot of cool stuff in it. I just think there's too many episodes each season.
Absolutely. It needs a 12 episode, 13 episode run max.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this last season is like 13 episodes or something.
That's perfect.
Maybe I'll just watch that.
Deep into the film score asks, favorite Muppet movie? Let's start with Anthony.
Oh, that'd have to be the old school Muppets Christmas Carol for me.
Nice.
That one's just always on during the holidays. It's like part of the staple. I mean, I watch that movie every year with all my Christmas rotations. You know, when you hear them singing, you go back, you see all the puppets. It just brings me back to being a little kid again. So it'd definitely be that one.
Yeah. Can I say this? I love the fucking Muppets so much.
Me too.
And I really liked that Office style show they had 3 years ago.
I love that. I love that show so much.
So I don't know what this new one is coming out in July. Isn't there the 31st?
Muppets Now.
Yeah, I'm kind of iffy on that one because I like the original concept they had for the Muppet Show, but I'm just excited to get more Muppet content. But my favorite movie is actually the newest one with Jason Segel. I thought that was fucking phenomenal. Same. I thought it was great, brilliant. If we're going old school though, Muppets Take Manhattan or Space. I love those to death. Treasure Island's great. I mean, they're all good.
Yes,
they're all fun. But
I was gonna say that my favorite is actually the 2014 one. But if we're going old school, Muppets Treasure Island. I love.
Who's your guys' favorite Muppet?
Animal.
Probably Fozzie.
Fozzie Bear's mine. I love
it.
My dad loves Animal though.
Oscar the Grouch sometimes.
Grouch, yep.
Yeah.
When you're really having those days where you just connect to an Oscar the Grouch day.
When it's a Monday. All right. Zach, where did you get your Truth or Dare t-shirt? I really like it.
Oh, well, I don't. I just wear it because it's comfy. It's funny. A lot of my shirts that I wear on a constant basis were free. And
nice.
Over washes on. That's why I wear them. So at almost every screening I go to, there's a shirt. And I always go and get the shirt because I never know if I'm going to like the movie or not. The one time I didn't get the shirt was Shape of Water because I was being an idiot. Which I love that movie. So I have a Zombieland one, I have a Truth or Dare one, I have a Creed one, I have a Pacific Rim Uprising one. I think I gave that one away though. I have a Vast of Night one. I have a couple. I have a lot, but definitely this one's really comfy. I've had this one for 2 years. It never fades. That's why I always wear it because I have so many shirts I don't even wear because I don't like shirts fade so fast,
fast.
And it's I don't want to destroy them. I have this cool Avengers crossover with Toy Story that I've literally only worn 3 times in my life. And it's my favorite shirt of all time. But I've worn it for my Endgame review, I think my Infinity War review, and then I wore it to Disneyland once, and that was it.
Wow. Okay. Not a question, but Anthony, you have a new sub, which is Deep into the Film Scores.
Hey, thanks man. Hope you enjoy the content. Looking forward to seeing some comments on some videos and talking movies with you. That's awesome. Thank you.
Zeke Gonzalez and
Hell yeah.
Saudi asks, which do you prefer, Memento or The Prestige? Zach.
The Prestige. 100%. I think Memento is absolutely like overrated.
I would have to say The Prestige as well.
I am going to plead the fifth because my review of The Prestige is delayed till Sunday. Because I'm reviewing all
What are
Nola's
you going to
films.
do if it gets pushed back again? Are you going to stop your series or are you just going to continue it? Because
No, I mean, at this point, The Prestige has been shot. I just haven't edited it.
Mhm.
After that, I only have to review Interstellar and Inception, which I'm going to see in theaters anyway next week. If it gets delayed,
fuck you! I can't go see it in my city because it's all closed. So I took the day off. I took the day off to go watch it.
And you can't.
No, stupid.
Because like my theaters, they're not playing a lot of like old stuff, unfortunately. But they were playing Dunkirk. This past week they played Interstellar, and next week they're playing.
I think you're cool.
No, I don't think I'm cool. I'm not cool at all because over in the UK they're playing Empire Strikes Back, The Dark Knight, Batman Begins, Back to the Future, Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah.
The UK is awesome. But yeah, I was planning on not reviewing the Dark Knight trilogy to review it next year when The Batman comes out. But if then it gets late again, I might just review the Dark Knight trilogy right now.
Cool.
I think this one's for Zach. Do you still want that Muff Tech toy?
Dude, fuck yeah, I do. I just bought a 64 though, so I'm kind of broke on that. I kept buying games for those.
Oh, you just got a Nintendo 64, huh?
I've never had one, so I'm like buying.
Awesome, dude.
I think I missed
Enjoy the ride,
dude. It's so fun. I just
Wave
bought
Runner.
Dude, I bought a lot of 64 games, and that was the only game that didn't work in it. Every other game worked except that
Brutal.
one. But I've seen it a lot around, so I just need to go get it. But yeah, no, dude, I've like totally turned into like retro game collecting. It is like 64 and GameCube games are really expensive right now. Like,
yeah,
really,
they are.
Like the original Paper Mario games are like over $100. It is a joke. So, but it's so worth it.
They used to have an awesome vintage video game store down in Ocean Beach down here where you can go get like Nintendo games, old GameCube games, you name it, you could get it in there.
Right.
And then went in there one day. I had some friends in town. I took them over there and it was closed down and they turned it into an acupuncture place.
That's terrible. See,
it was an Oscar the Grouch day that day.
That's terrible. And I have like 7 stores, retro games, collectibles,
That's awesome.
stuff like that. So I always half my Blu-rays are literally from some of those stores. Like they'll do like I got one time they marked down all their 4K Blu-rays to 50% off because they were just sitting on the shelf. No one was buying them. So fuck, I'll buy them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. What's the next one?
Yeah. Nathan Holton asks, Ren, have you seen the trailer to Project Power? JGL is in it. I remember you said you wanted him in more movies. I have. I saw it. When did it come out? Yesterday? Yesterday. I like the trailer, but I'm not too excited for the same reason that Zach is not excited about Uncharted. The directors do not excite me. But again, I might be wrong. The directors behind Nerve with Emma Roberts and Dave Franco, and they did Paranormal Activities 3 and 4.
I love 3. I love 3.
3 was good. 4 that's the Ghost Dimension, right? Is that
4 is the one with the blonde girl and the Xbox Connect thing.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Which I don't even hate 4 either. 4 just feels
not bad.
It just felt rushed. But 3, I actually love 3. 3 is my favorite. Project Power, I'm so fucking excited for it. If I do not get a release screener for this, I will literally cry my pants off. I'm so hyped out of my mind for this. Literally just because of Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Like, this dude is coming back. Like, Netflix is like, hey, like, we're going to tell you about a movie that got filmed and no one told you about it.
Right. And it's coming out in 3 weeks.
And then they had that Tom Holland and Robert Pattinson one in September. It's like, come on now, just keep throwing them towards me. I mean, Netflix, you're being my best friend right now, you know?
Right.
It's like, thank you. But Project Power looks fucking awesome. Like, it
looks fun.
Like
I'll agree with that. I like the trailer.
It reminds me of Limitless mixed with Crank. Like, that's exactly what this is.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So
You're right.
I will say, I do hope it's just straight action. Like, I don't want it to be like, I keep taking the pills.
Yeah. Don't take itself too seriously.
No, it needs to be like a straight up throwback to like the 90s, 80s action movie.
Yes.
Even the title is like that, Project Power. Really?
Right.
Yeah.
So, honestly, I wasn't excited for it until I read the synopsis. Then I went and saw the trailer. I'm like, holy shit, this is cool.
Deep into the film score asks, do you know that my friend loves 300? I guess you're talking about the movie 365 Days. Only because that man is hot. And that there's a petition to cancel it because of toxicness. I'll say this: the guy in that movie makes Christian Grey look like a fucking angel. Yeah, those are my thoughts. That movie is a laugh riot. I laughed my ass off watching the movie. I went into it because I saw Jared Buckendall saying that movie was filthy, but I had not heard anything about it. I hadn't seen anything about it. And I'm like, okay, how filthy can it be? And then it starts with this assassination, and then there's this boardroom meeting, which are two completely different elements. And I'm like, okay, where's this going? It feels like The Godfather, but bad. And then it turns into the most cringy 2 hours that I spent watching a movie. Zach, how did you feel about 365?
Never
days?
finished it. Didn't finish it.
Yeah.
No, I didn't finish it either.
I already went through.
I can't blame you. You are a happier man than me because you never finished it.
Well, here's the thing. I wish I did, because I wish I would have reviewed it. So I hope to see what happens, so then I can review it. I just miss ranting. Like, for me, either the film I haven't seen, like, besides Artemis Fowl this year, like in The Grudge. Lately, not films have been pissing me off. I'm just like, okay, okay, like, I
watch 365 then. Basically, there's a scene, and I won't spoil anything for you guys. I read that some reviews congratulated the movie on being more daring than the 50 Shades franchise ever was. There's a scene in this movie which is basically, okay, they're finally having sex for the first time. And it doesn't fucking end. Like 10 minutes straight. And it just intercuts these several scenes of them, of the two characters fucking everywhere possible.
Is it like an 80s movies? It sounds like an 80s movies music montage just with sex.
Yes, it's basically that, but like really aggressive. The girl is hot. The girl is hot. They're on a yacht. No, don't do that. The ending of the movie is hilarious, by the way, and they are going to make a second one because apparently it's also based on a series of books, and there's 3 books.
Wow.
So, yeah. Deep into the film score asks, do you want... I'm sorry, Anthony, did you see the movie? You never finished, right?
I didn't finish it. I think I got like maybe 15 minutes into it and was like, well, I got some other screeners to watch, so I'm going to get on to something more productive.
Did you get to the first, are you lost, baby girl?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That line is so bad. Anyway, Deep into the film score asks, do you want Bryan Cranston, Daniel Day-Lewis, and Christopher Waltz in the MCU? Yes.
Why not?
Not Daniel, because he'll just like be cleaning shoes and stuff. Like,
how
sure, and Waltz, sure. I will say this though: if they were to put Waltz in the MCU, I wouldn't want him to be a villain.
Yeah, I agree with that.
At that point,
what do you think about Waltz as a Professor X?
That's what I was just about to say. I think he would kill it as Professor X.
Yeah, I still want Bryan Cranston as a Lex Luthor in the DC, but that's just me.
Yeah, and honestly, Daniel Day-Lewis, if he could play anyone. He could play Captain America.
Yeah.
Galactus.
Dude, if they got him to voice fucking Galactus, that's awesome. That would be fucking great.
Yeah. Though I mean, Daniel Day-Lewis can play anything, but I'll say my dream casting, and there's no one that even comes close to me to play Galactus, is Keith David. Keith David has got to be Galactus.
Yeah, great choice.
They're gonna do it. They're probably gonna do Josh Brolin. So.
All right, Deep into the Film Score asks, who should Anna Gunn play in the MCU? Who's Anna Gunn?
I don't know. Who the fuck is Anna Gunn?
Anna Gunn.
She's like James Gunn's sister.
She in the Breaking Bad.
Tyler from Breaking Bad.
Oh.
No one, because
you guys answer it.
I'm not a huge fan of her. I know her character was written like that to not be very likable in the Breaking Bad, but I think it scarred me.
Yeah, I don't want her in there.
Annoying to that character.
I don't want her in there. Just don't. I guess play a person who dies by a building or something.
Yeah.
Just very fast.
I haven't seen Breaking Bad, so
you know what? I'll say this: she can play Madam Web. Don't give Charlize Theron or Amy Adams that garbage.
Yeah. Nathan Holton asks, opinion on the pictures of the Wonder Woman villain. I'm guessing Wonder Woman 84.
Yeah.
I guess that's the latest one I saw.
I saw those pictures.
What do you think?
Did they actually have a photo for his? No.
It was I think it was fan art, photo. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, yeah, because I know the Funko pops out.
Oh.
I know someone who saw the film without the CGI on her.
Okay.
He said that was pretty funny when he told me about that. I'm gonna be honest. I think Wonder Woman 84 is my most top 3 most anticipated now for the year.
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
I'd rather see this. Really? I'd rather see this than Black Widow at this point.
Same here. I feel like Black Widow is just kind of
out on, but I'm more excited because I love the direction they're going in. It's so bonkers and weird, and I really like the villains for this one. I think that's why I'm more invested in this one. And Kristen Wiig as Cheetah is perfect. I mean that's for me something I would never have guessed. But I'm excited. I like the look that they have on the Funko Pop, so hopefully it looks cool on the screen.
For sure.
Yeah. Okay, we had a jump. Okay, we're back. It's from Deep into the Film Score all the same. What is the worst 50 Shades movie? Zach?
Every one of them. I think they're all fucking terrible. They're all fucking terrible.
Yes.
I had a guest on my channel one time. Deadpool ranks the 50 Shades films. You want to watch a real ranking. That's the real ranking.
Anthony, which one do you think is the worst?
I'd say, God, it's a crapshoot. Maybe the third one, I guess. Which one has the longest runtime?
Good question.
So I'll pick the worst one. Know. The worst one is the longest one.
Yeah. I mean,
I grew up in the 90s
the first
with
one
real...
is 2 hours and 9 minutes. The second one is 2 hours, and the third one is 2 hours and 11 minutes.
So yeah, the third
one. Can I be honest?
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
What? But the third one is on Netflix over here. It's 1 hour and 45.
Oh, that's what this one says.
They must have cut it down.
What?
I'll look it up again.
It must have been edited to fit people's attention spans.
Maybe. This one's, I don't know.
Okay, so 50 Shades, 2 hours and 5 minutes. Yep. Why the fuck am I doing for this? Whatever. 50 Shades of Freed. That one is 1 hours and 45 minutes. So yes, the last one is 1 hour and 45 minutes.
Okay.
I don't know why this other website said differently. And 50 Shades Darker is 1 hour and 58 minutes. But let's be honest, they all feel like 3 hours.
Yes, they do.
Yes. I'll say this. I think the first one, they're all horrible, and toxic, and they treat this manipulative motherfucker as a dream guy. But I'll say the first one is the more plausible as far as the story is concerned. I use the term very loosely. The third one, I agree with you, Anthony. The third one is an absolute crapshoot.
It was boring. Sexiness in it.
Yeah, I mean, none of them are sexy.
Pushes her on the ground. I said, "You're dumb. You're fucking stupid." They wanted Henry Cavill for that role.
Yeah. Do you know who they cast originally? Do you remember?
Charlie Hunnam, right?
Charlie Hunnam.
Yeah. Sons of Anarchy. Directly after Sons of Anarchy.
God,
He's like,
poor guy. Poor guy. And I'll say this: I always felt sorry for Dakota and for Jamie because they're both wonderful actors.
Yeah.
Terrible.
All right, let's hear a pitch. Let's hear a pitch from Gico BP. Pitch this for Deadpool 3. If the movie was about Wade facing his father, who would you cast as his father? I kind of see Jim Carrey as Ryan Reynolds' dad. Look at him in Kick-Ass 2, even though it's not good. I like Kick-Ass 2.
I do too. It's just not first.
Yeah, let's start with Anthony.
Oh, that's a tough one. Who would I pitch for Deadpool's father? Jim Carrey would be a good one, honestly.
Rob Liefeld.
God, that's a tough one. It'd have to be someone that's a little bit out there, a little bit crazy.
I'm going to be honest. We should just go completely different. Let's go Esposito as his father.
There you go. That would fit the tone of the movie, too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Or, you know who could really, I think could really, oh, fuck. Who he plays Voldemort.
Ralph Fiennes?
Yes.
Mm.
I'd love to see Ralph Fiennes in this type of movie.
I was going to go with a funny, but kind of in the veins of Jim Carrey.
Russell Crowe.
Ooh, that's awesome.
That's a date.
He can hit that humor, like a nice guys style.
Yeah.
Russell Crowe would be perfect.
Yeah. I was going to say Martin Short, just for the fun of it, but he's more in the veins of a Jim Carrey. But let me go out there. I'm going to say Al Pacino should play.
Hoo-ha!
You can hit that.
Hoo-ha, Wade!
Stab you in the throat, motherfucker! Where's my pills, motherfucker?
Joe Pesci is a good Deadpool's father.
Robert De Niro.
Oh, yeah.
Arnold. Fuck. Arnold.
That would be funny.
How you doing?
Yeah.
Can we just get a Deadpool 3 at this point, though? Like, 2 is disappointing enough. I just want 3.
Does Zach still think that 84 will be the best DCEU movie?
I don't think I've ever
according to what you
the best DCEU film. Nothing will beat Man of Steel, I mean.
Oh, yeah, I love that movie.
But it'll be good. I think it'll be top 3. I think the first Wonder Woman's bottom 4.
Yeah. Ooh, okay. Deep into Film Score asks, do you like Abominable? I think it's underrated. Yeah. I agree.
It was cute.
Yeah. Had fun with it.
All right, everyone. Start throwing in the most inventive questions. I'm going to read one more from Nathan Holt, and after that, we'll take 2 more. So,
hey guys,
bring them on in
tonight.
What?
Huh?
Guess what movie I'm seeing tonight?
What's that?
No, you're not.
It would have came out today.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're all going to meet up at the movies later.
Yeah. Ren, are you flying out today?
Yes, I am. I'll get there in time because Tenet will wait for me. Time will stop until I get there. All right. Nathan Holton asks, opinions on the new Russell Crowe film. It's out July 31st in the UK. Oh, that's good to know. I bet it's not coming out here. I'll tell you that much. Zach, what do you think about it?
I'm excited for it. I mean, it's a simple premise. It doesn't look like it's going to try to do too much. And Russell Crowe looks like he's going to be completely unhinged. And we can all relate to a little bit of road rage. So it's not going to be hard to kind of put yourself in the position of his character. And he seems like he's going to do all the stuff that most people don't do when they get a little angry on the road. But I mean, it looks like it's going to be just one of those like very tight, fast moving, almost like with a real-time progression of this guy just going crazy. So I'm interested.
Okay, I didn't know.
Zach?
I didn't know what this movie was about, and so I just literally looked it up. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
it sounds fucking stupid, but but it sounds so stupid that I'm gonna love.
That it's gonna be great.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The poster's tagline is "He can happen to anyone."
Russell Crowe can happen to anybody.
I thought this was gonna I thought this was gonna be an action film.
Oh, it's gonna be an action film as he's terrorizing this lady in her life.
Is the trailer?
the trailer looks crazy. He's following her home. He's going and meeting like people that she knows in her life, and
She's like an intruder, but like in a car.
Yeah, basically, or like what was that movie that came out a couple of years ago where they're stuck out on the road? Oh, it's just leading my mind, but yeah, it's gonna be simple. It's kind of like a disaster movie. You've seen it before, but it'll work.
God, and just Russell Crowe, he's just wild, dude. Fuck.
Yeah, that's why I think he's perfectly cast to play this character.
God damn, man, I can't wait now.
Yeah, I haven't seen the actual trailer. I just saw it the other day. I think it was yesterday. I was putting up a video on YouTube, and the ad started playing. And I just will never forget Russell Crowe and his gruffy voice. You should have said, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you guys got to watch the trailer. He does this Iceman thing with his chin where he's just like, it's just, he's completely like let loose. It's great.
Yeah, man, I genuinely, I love Russell Crowe, so I can't wait to see this. However, I'm able to watch it. I cannot wait. Jack Alexander asks, will Genndy Tartakovsky ever make another Star Wars animated show? I don't think so, but he is set to direct a rated R animated movie for Sony called The Black Knight. So check out.
That one's PG-13.
Oh, that one's PG-13.
It's PG-13. The rated R one he's doing is the dog one.
Oh, he's doing the dog one.
Yeah.
By the way, for more information on these movies, go to 3C Films, this channel. He breaks down the three movies that Sony is making.
They're all like PG-13 or rated R. Black Knight seems awesome.
Yeah.
Seems awesome.
Yeah.
I'm more excited for the dog one, though. Anthony, have you heard of the dog movie?
I haven't heard of that. I got to look.
It's called, what, Snipped?
I think it's Snipped. And basically, it's the last day of a dog before he gets neutered in the next morning. And how will he spend his last day before getting neutered?
It's funny. I would love for him to make a Star Wars because this is incredible. This is an incredible show. Go.
But I would love for him to do anything.
Yeah, honestly, Samurai Jack, incredible.
Oh
Samurai
yeah,
Samurai Jack.
Honestly,
the last season is fantastic.
What property would you want him to tackle? I would love him to tackle a DC animated project.
DC, Marvel. Ooh. You know what? If it doesn't get turned into a live action ever, but he does it and it is rated R, an animated in the Genndy Tartakovsky style, an animated God of War show would be amazing.
Oh, that would be fun.
Like Netflix, most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That would be cool.
I would love to
those
see
games.
That would be amazing.
So good. Do you guys think your life would make a great movie? Ooh, this is a good one. Zach, let's start with you.
No.
Honestly, I'd say my life pre-30 would have probably made a nice college rom-com.
Yeah,
I've done a lot of stupid stuff in my days growing up, and that probably would have made for a good movie. I'd say everything post-25 would be pretty boring, but everything pre-25 probably would have made a nice National Lampoon's movie.
Let me say this, going jokes aside, if you've ever seen mid-90s, that was kind of my life. Little bit, little 7th, 8th grade type me. So yeah, if you want to see a mid-90s version of my life, that would have been mine. It would have been the mid-2000s or the mid-20s or whatever. So yeah, definitely that. But also, we've all gone through like heartbreaks and relationships. I've had one relationship that could be complete. It'd be like 500 Days of Summer, but it'd be called 500 Days of Bullshit.
Mine would be called 1 week of bullshit. Less than a week of bullshit.
Can I direct it? And you can start
it. And Anthony. Yes, but spoiler alert, it ends on Valentine's Day.
Okay, that's fine. Anthony, do you mind breaking up with Ren?
Not a problem at all.
Okay, let's try
it. I'll bring the emotional layer in.
Ren, it's Valentine's Day right now. You guys,
I just paid for dinner.
Yeah, you just paid for dinner, and Anthony is really mad at you.
Ren, I just want you to know that lobster tail you just bought me was delicious. But
thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
This isn't working anymore. I'm sorry to tell you that.
All right. Good job, Anthony. Ren, stop being Noah Sorrento. Come on. Let's give
Do you want me to go movie, dramatic, or how it really happened?
how it really happened.
How it really happened, for sure.
Well, your timing is kind of off, Anthony. You could have told me that before dinner, before I paid. But do you want to go smoke weed?
Okay, just for 10 minutes. But then we're still broken up.
Okay. That's good.
Is that really what you said?
Yeah, we went to her place and we smoked weed, and then my parents picked me up.
Huh?
Not like immediately after, but
it's almost like a fitting little closing, I guess. Like one more.
Yeah, and we're still very close friends to this day.
That's probably why.
Yeah.
It didn't end with a bunch of yelling at each other and a bunch of like curse words and stuff that you can't make up. It was just very chill. Like you go do your thing, keep on trucking out there.
Yeah.
If I'm your friend later, I'm your friend later. That's the way you kind of want to end it.
Mine was the yelling.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't even say what we said to each other in public. I mean, it would make for a great movie. I mean, the conclusion would be literally like 500 Days. I'm not even joking. Like 500 Days mixed with her.
I actually had a relationship that started to break up on Valentine's Day. We went to freaking Message in a Bottle in the theater and watched it. And it was so ridiculously cheesy that I got so annoyed in there that it ended up starting a fight. And then we ended up breaking up like 2 days later. Kevin Costner cost me a relationship.
You should text him that.
That might have been the message in the bottle. You're going to go home single.
Yeah. Literally.
Yeah. Answering the question, I don't think I'm going more the route you went on, Anthony. Like from the last year of high school to the college years, that's I think that's a fun movie. I don't think great like Oscar caliber movie, but it has to be rated R. It would have to be rated R for sure.
National Lampoons could pick it up.
Yeah, National Lampoon's, Ren's Insanity, Insane Life. I don't know. All right, everyone, let's leave it at that because that's an awesome question to end on. Anthony, first of all, apologies for everything on my end going wrong at the beginning. Thank you so much for joining us, and where can the people find you?
First of all, thanks for having me, guys. I really love the show you guys are putting together. It's awesome to be on the Geeks Roundtable talking movies with you guys. For anybody out there, you can find me on Twitter at Your Cinema Guy. You can find me on YouTube at Silverscreen Analysis, Facebook at Silverscreen Analysis, silverscreenanalysis.com. Type in Silverscreen Analysis somewhere and you'll probably find me.
Yeah, and every single one of Anthony's links is in the description, so please do go check them out, everyone. Zach, where can the people find you?
Same thing on YouTube, doing this podcast once a week and just doing a ton of different videos, busy all the time here. That's what I like to say and think. So thank you so much again, Anthony, for joining us, guys. Make sure to go subscribe to him. And as well, Ren, thank you so much for having me as well. And we survived this another week.
Yeah, of course. Always, man. And everyone, thank you for joining us. Do go follow and subscribe to Anthony. Do go follow and subscribe to Zach. All of their links are in the description as well as my links, and you can find me anywhere at Ren Geekness. Thank you for watching. Apologies for everything that went wrong today on the show. We'll try to make it better next week. I will try to make it better next week. So don't forget to come join us. Let's see if we can actually end the show today. When I say goodbye, I'm clicking the end broadcast right now. I want to check if it goes out. And so until the next one, love each other and love the movies, everyone.